I bet you've heard of the popular mobile game, Cookie Run. If you don't, why are you even here? Get the fuck off my channel, noob. It is a Korean mobile game produced by a company named Dev Sisters. Everyone that's played it has always wondered the same thing. How are these cookies alive? Why they are given sentence only to be eaten by the witch? But I know the truth. The truth behind Cookie Run. I recently went to Korea, being a big fan of Cookie Run myself. I was planning on having an interview with the co-chief executive at Dev Sisters, Kim Jong-hoon. I had followed him home and asked him, how are the cookies alive? Suddenly, his face went pale, he began visibly trembling and looked like he was going to cry. Confused, I asked, is there something wrong, sir? He quickly wrote something down on a piece of paper and handed it to me before going back in his house. I looked down at the paper and written there was a website. Obviously, when I went back home, I went to the website, and what I saw there, it changed my life. I will tell you the website, but if you go, I will not be responsible for the damage. Its address was Crowdin.net. On that website was a single Crowdin. I clicked it downloaded a text file onto my computer. I couldn't stop it. The following is what is written on that file. Please, if you cannot handle graphic depictions, then please stop. I do not want to ruin Cookie Run for anyone else. Brave Cookie and the rest of the cast are actually the ghosts of humans that had to forcefully enter the bodies of cookies to survive. All of them retain personality, memories, and even appearance from their past life. The witch traps souls of dead humans into the cookies to eat them without being caught for murder. She does this to remain immortal. Brave Cookie was originally a young man named Frederick Dickerson. Frederick was a popular kid and had many friends. He was a brave kid, always taking risks when the others wouldn't. He was also in track, he was the best on the team. One day in 1969, while running track, he slipped on a rock while holding a candy cane. The candy cane went right into his skull, putting him into a coma. After 2 weeks he died and had a funeral. In his cookie counterpart, he is still very brave and likes to run with a candy cane. Bright Cookie, in her past life, was Brenda Sofa King. Brenda was a little younger than Broderick, and they were close friends. They lived in the same neighborhood and played tag together. She was very smart and always helped people with their problems. But in 1969 someone stole her lollipop and she chased after them into the road. She was hit by a falling meteor and died. In her cookie self, she is still very smart and has a lollipop. Buttercream Choco Cookie in his past life was Dumfarht. He was a rich man who lived in a very big house. He had a daughter who he bought ponies for. He loved coins and money and often would spend his days in his money vault counting his money. One day, he fell into debt and had all his money taken by the government. This made him so depressed he cried and cried. Suddenly, a bag of money that was on a high shelf fell and crushed him. He died by the one thing he loved most: money. In his cookie counterpart, he still loves money and has a daughter named Cheesecake. Cherry Cookie was known as Carly Shay and had a web show. She loved to blow things up. One day while she was out shopping for new fireworks, she accidentally set off all the fireworks in the store. The whole building exploded and Cherry died inside. When her corpse was found, she was smiling. She had died in the one thing she loved most: explosions. In her cookie counterpart, she still loves to blow things up and smiles a lot. Vampire Cookie was known as Vladimir Suckdick. He liked to pretend to be a vampire. He had a sister named Alice Suckdick. She would always yell at him saying vampires aren't real. They both were very close, even though they would fight sometimes. One day, Vladimir decided to go on the roof and turn into a bat to prove to his sister he was a real vampire. Alice followed him and tried to stop him, but they both fell from the roof and went into a coma. They died in the coma a week later. In their cookie counterparts, they are still siblings, and both are vampires. There are many other cookies who count in the souls of dead humans. But if I wrote everyone this pasta would be way too long. Every time a new cookie is added, that is a new dead human soul being trapped inside a cookie. Every day these cookies yearn to see their families again and want to be alive again. So they run from their sins, from being eaten. And maybe one day, their souls will escape and they can be free. If they cannot, however, they will be trapped as cookies forever. Running forever from the witch.